This place would be right there.
A couple of caribou taking a midday nap. Another stream crossing. Water coming down off the glaciers.
Good, boy, you made it.
Whew, what a climb.
Common in glacial areas, the mountain of andesite that we spoke of earlier. If you look at that one,
An old glacier. We're going to have lunch.
V-shaped, and where
Right
that,
down around that ice cliff.
face is. But as you, these are from, this is. Sorry.
Wish I'd have gotten that.
Thanks.
Well, we just had lunch here at the face of the glacier, which is right over here. A big area is melted off, showing all the layers of ice. And we're about to go on up to a creek bed up in that area and wander around and look into the fissures. It's a real trick to shooting while you're walking. And
yeah,
hiking back out through the rock debris, which was brought down by the glacier. It's a lot of hills, looks like strip mining. Now we're back to our starting point, where we had lunch, called the Cathedral. Streams looking for a place to cross. Gotta get way up there. And there's our van way up there. Long climb. Well, it's Thursday morning, and we're out on a excursion trip into the mountains. That's a observation post up there. And we came by and down the field here to see where a grizzly had been digging yesterday for ground squirrels. There was a female with 2 cubs. And she really tore up the ground. I didn't see it, but they said that she was down in that hole so deep you could just see her rear end sticking out. Sort of rainy today, low clouds, can't see too much of the mountains. There's the grizzly up there with the cub.
well, she wasn't.
Tour buses full of people stopping to watch it.
Oh, look, the little one. Does anyone else want
and another one way down over the bank.
Babies are playing.
Cubs playing on the ice. The mother's off to the right somewhere.
On the route she'd like to try.
Okay.
If you don't mind coming back to the side, I'd appreciate it.
Everybody running back to the van because the bear's headed down toward the road.
Okay, yeah, that's...
Smile, everybody, you're on TV. Smile, Rich. Rich back in the back seat.
Why? Bella on my
So basically what they've done is they've had people on the ground and in the air survey one area real well where they're pretty visible and then project the census. Oh look, they won't want to stay as long as us. More if you want me to go back to them? Sure. We can make them back up. I look forward to back up.
Push them away.
That's okay.
She'll share with them. Like down on the coast, if a sow catches a salmon, she'll just drop it and let the cubs feed on it.
Sorry.
Boy, this is going to look great on the 26-inch TV.
Oh, man. You send me a copy?
Sure.
And your camera so I can play it back.
If anybody else who's taking pictures wants to sit here so they can shoot out this window, I'd be happy to trade places.
Oh, now you can see they really are tiny, aren't they?
They are.
Get it?
Mm-hmm. She sure is digging for something.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking for roots, I guess. Huh, Gretchen?
Yeah, she's just looking for roots.
Is she not fine?
That's a good shot, Rich.
New Zealand granny. Granny, know what to do.
Nostril bird's going to be in the ground.
Gretchen, this would be a good time for you to demonstrate how to handle a bear out in the wilderness if you want.
I've always enjoyed bear wrestling, you know. Just get them in a headlock. Can't even get to them.
Watch it, Rich.
Give me the other ones. I'm happy with what I got there since there's the whole picture.
That's incredible. Oh, look at the little ones. Oh, they're so cute. How many shots you got left?
Not a heck of a lot.
Well, be sure you get a picture of the bear scat right here next to the road, too. I mean, that's real valuable information. The droppings, these
Boy, this is
purplish.
great.
Oh,
No. Oh, hell.
Cool it, Buzz.
Oh.
Kind of on your way?
No, I'm going out the side window.
What
Oh, I got one more. 35. I'm going to put the big one back in and get a real close up of the bears, the little guys, okay?
And just use this one for now, because I don't want to take the chance to change. By the time we change it, it'll be gone. But she keeps coming down. So. Damn. Where's she going that way? Where's she not going that way?
Or a human eater. You would not believe
Yeah.
Now the bus is going.
Oh, look at him. Kitty looking up.
Yeah.
Where's the second guy?
To the right.
Right there. Right. They're both right there.
In some of the Canadian literature, willow catkins have been found in the diet to be significant, but not in the Alaskan studies.
Meanwhile, the clouds are lifting.
Yeah. Pretty, isn't it? It's really pretty.
This is like she's crossed
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's an errand here.
cute.
came on and not alone.
Uh-oh, that's
Well, we come back to
serious.
the observation deck and had lunch.
I'll put this litter bag right up here. Let's get to it a little more.
And we're about to head back.
I don't know about these.
Is that a buck in the doe?
No, I think it's a cow on the right and possibly a yearling on the left.
Reindeer smaller than the cattle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they've got a little shorter legs. Really, really close.
And red noses, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, just some.
Where you got that?
It's reindeer.
Oh.
Forward.
Oh, forward, sorry. Right off there. Oh, that's fun. Was it Pete or you, Gretchen, saying when the tail is up, it's like a warning sign? Okay.
Yeah, Pete mentioned that.
You know, just like at a deer crossing, they never cross where the sign is.
You really see those dew claws on
The
there.
ptarmigan in the tree to the left.
Yeah, there's one right there.
What are the dew claws for?
They really do help them and run above the snow layer where the ice crystals can get them. But there's not as much snow as you might think on this side of the range.
Seems to me the road is prone to have ice develop on it, isn't it?
That's true, and in some areas they get.
Well, it's Thursday evening after dinner, and back down to the cabin for a minute. The cabin is called Bear Paw. They called it that because it used to be food stores in there, and they found a bear roaming around, so that's how it got its name. There's a beautiful view of Denali, which is hidden over there in the clouds right now. And on up the road is the main camp buildings up behind those trees. It was rainy earlier today, but it's cleared off pretty much, and McKinley is really showing up nicely, sort of behind the clouds.
No, it's not a periscope.
Well, it's Friday morning, and most of the crew have left. There's only 4 of us left in camp, plus the staff. Gary and I are going to go out and down to the reflecting lake. Gary's taking a picture over there of a flower, and Gretchen's on the staff. She'll be driving us in the van. Well, I'm out on a walk here on the tundra. Everybody else is way up the road there. It's very quiet. That's Mount McKinley in the background. A lot of clouds around it, but it's a beautiful day. The only sound is the sound from the stream, which is about 2 miles away. Well, it's a Saturday morning, and we're off on a hike to the top of the mountain. That's our camp way back there. Mount McKinley in that direction. It's sort of covered with clouds right now. And we will be going
A relative thing, right?
Yeah, you can fake it. We won't.
way up there.
Whatever you say.
There's my cabin way down there by the vehicles.
Chuck, that's a beret, huh?
No.
No? Huh.
No, there's a lot of.
That's a beret?
No, that's not.
Well, we're about 2/3 of the way up. What is that?
Sure got a voice.
How long you staying?
Well, this is the tub, about 1,700 feet up. There's a ground squirrel living in that pile of rocks. He's not very happy that we're here. The camp is way down there. Got a nice view of Wonder Lake. Of course, it's in the shadows right now. And the base of Denali is, or Mount McKinley, is right there, still covered by clouds. Quite a vista from up here. You can see for 100 miles. Now we'll walk along the ridge and I guess head back down. It's the easy part. Abandoned gold mine on the hill right across the mountain. On the other side of the camp. Very windy up here and cold. A lot of flowers in bloom up here. These, the white ones are Narcissus flower anemone. The little pink flowers are azalea. That's as big as they get. Very, very small. And this is called a woolly lousewort. It's about 3 inches high. This is a little stand of heather. Right next to this little yellow anemone. Some tiny rhododendron. Willow catkin. A little stand of tiny flowers called Octotropis. next to some rhododendron. This is called cinquefoil. Right next to some Arctic willow.
No, she's just being invisible. Widow cigarette.
Is that a willow
It's a rock pine. There's another high elevation. Spring, when we're hiking in either the brush or up in the tundra, we'll either be
Heading back to camp, passing a little bluff overlooking Wonder Lake. Ground squirrel. That's what the bears like. Well, our camp is coming back into view. It's a long way down. Large hole in the side of the hill here, probably because, well, it was a grizzly bear, probably looking for ground squirrels. We're about a mile and a half from camp. Well, we're back into the wet tundra. Everybody had to stop and put on insect stuff. And back into camp where we started. Sunday morning on a bus ride.
Close to Steve.
That's a rainy Sunday morning. It was. It's a little better now, but the clouds are right down on top of the mountains.
Let me step out.
Golden eagle.
That's why they don't get out.
There's me up along the road. Actually, 3 of them.
Yeah.
He's really chewing on something.
That's all I've got. Those little bears' rear ends.
Perfect.
That's it. Slides.
No slides? No, I don't have any slides over. I'm sorry. That's this other bus scared. That's okay. Just move it out of there, bud.
She's going back to December.
Yeah, sure.
I'm surprised. I'll get there. They're ready to nurse. They're giving us
She goes 400 pounds. The ones in the park here go between 200 and 250 for sows, up to 250. Energetically, they're putting all their extra into.
There we go.
Oh, she's getting nervous.
Man.
Oh my
It was so pain, is it?
Hold on, you're standing. Sure, you hand it. Man. Not even shy.
Can't you go forward anymore, can you, Pete?
Yep, I can. Look at the size of her head.
No kidding.
That's the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
All part of routine day over here.
That one's dry. Let's try another one.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Remember, don't put the bear right in the center. You can do some creative stuff with the background if you put the bear like in the bottom of a horizontal picture. Or a vertical picture, excuse me. There's a nice background.
Oh, she's sniffing something.
Arthur, their hair is a little bit different. It's hollow.
Yes.
Swim differently too. Swim
Now, what about like in the Ice Age bears, then cave bears?
All of those came from an Etruscan bear. They had 3 lines.
Perspective where we were looking at those.
That tape's not up there. Is it in the back?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot totally about it.
That's all right.
Can't imagine what distracted you.
When that hiker came over here and saw that. Oh man, the hikers can get in with the on the shuttle. Oh, they're making. Are they gonna make the trains further?
Oh, mother bear and 2 cubs way over next to the snow.
And you'll take me a picture?
I'll take your picture. Give me here.
What a guy.
I'll show the
Send you
before
back to
and the
Ohio.
after picture.
At the moose.
Yeah, the moose is watching the bear.
Yes.
Smart moose.
I would too if I were a moose.
And that's probably where that
Moving
bear
right
was
along.
going.
That's a bull moose.
Maybe
Straight up here.
Oh, yeah.
he may be sighting that moose.
Look at him.
He's winding a little bit.
The moose is sure watching.
That bear's not gonna think this is pretty.
Yeah, that's the subadultus that hang around here. It's about
Ugly, isn't it? Hey, it goes
it's called a bell by some. It's a dewlap, like a rabbit.
Well, it's Monday morning. I'm taking a hike over to Wonder Lake, which is a couple of miles from the camp. And it's really a beautiful place. It's Mount McKinley. Wonder Lake was formed whenever a glacier pushed out of here from Mount McKinley. And it came this far and stopped. And this is was a big slab of ice that melted and formed the lake. It's the deepest part is 212 feet. Our camp is nestled on the side of that mountain, a couple of miles away. Well, it's Tuesday morning, June 20th, and I rented this Chevy van, and it's really bad. It's all they had in Anchorage, though. It has all kind of dents, scratches. It's rusted out. The inside is just about as bad as the outside, but I'm about to scrub it down and see if I can make. This is the home of Bert and Lou Marsh, who are my hosts at the B&B in Anchorage. It's a beautiful place, very nicely designed. It's a sort of a contemporary split level, very nice furnishings. You're on TV, Bert.
Oh, good. That's great. Yeah, I should. Oh, I want here. I want to get.
What is that?
This is an usuk, a walrus usuk, which we call usuk. It's the male end of the walrus. It's always firm like this. What else can I say?
What is it used for?
What is it used for? What kind of talk is that? It happens to be the penis of a walrus.
Lou, you come.
Well, I mean, let's just come right out with all these euphemisms. I mean, you know,
Oh, I
that's
didn't know what it was.
You see that has bones? No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so, you want to take up here where it's so lovely? And
I already did.
I did already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you see my the collection of the fur rendezvous pins?
No.
Oh,
What are they?
anniversary and thing. They're the fur rendezvous for the last few years.
The 50th anniversary?
Yeah, although you see during World War II they discontinued having rendezvous. So the pins really, well, go back to 1940 and 41, then they skipped for a while, so during the war years, and then started again in 50. But they consider it the 50th, even though truly it wasn't, because of the fact that, say, they went during the war. So that's the, but the
Is that only a beaver, or is that a beaver and a bear?
well, I think it's just the beaver, but this is very typical of your southeast Alaska native art.
Yeah.
This is Tlingit, Haida, southeastern, and that was made by a native woman for me, especially.
Yeah.
Although I didn't tell her I wanted the beaver, but she did that. So, is two plants. But it puts the roots into the sheetrock. That's how it hangs up. Actually, the roots actually go into the sheetrock. That's how it holds up. Just like if it were a ivy-colored building in the state, same principle.
This is in the kitchen.
Right. These are, over here, are old-time paintings done by a rather famous last Ziegler's. His name was Eustace Ziegler. One's of McKinley and the other is of whaling ships, but I don't know where. Whether it was Cordova or Kenai or probably in Cordova area. What about also that, you know, did you ever see Bert's garden in the back?
No, I didn't. Huh.
Oh, you really should go out and look at that, although it's just starting.
Okay.
It gets pretty lush as the season goes on.
Yeah.
He does have a nice garden in the back.
Yeah, that's good, Bill.
Dark enough.
Well, it's Wednesday morning. I'm on the road headed down the Seward Highway, just on the outskirts of Anchorage. The mountains in the distance is where I'll be going. Headed for the Portage Glacier. Well, I'm on the Seward Highway, headed down toward Portage. This is Balloon Point, just off the Turnagain Arm. This is an ideal place to look for whales, although there are none out there right now that I can see. very windy. It's a beautiful place. They have a tidal board here, which the tide here is the highest in the world, 35 feet below the high tide. The end of the arm is down about 35 miles. I'll stop recording. Right across the road are a couple of mountain goats about 60 or 70 feet up the mountain. They just seem to be resting and watching the tourists go by and take their picture. Stopped and bought a ticket at Portage. Going to take the train over to Whittier and look around. Possibly take a tour of the glaciers. Clouds are way down low now. Aboard the Portage train, just pulling out, full of tour groups. Shooting through the dirty window, all the buses and the cars and everything on the cars in back of us, being pulled by the train. All the cars and buses lined up on our train. Well, downtown Whittier seems to be a pile of fishing boats. Seems to be some great buildings down there. I don't know what they are. I'm on board the Klondike. We're supposed to go out and see 26 glaciers here in a few minutes. The glacier coming down out of the fog. Can't see the mountain.
Yeah, there you go. Although who knows what the atmosphere was in that other one.
You should set your alarm.
A lot of glaciers through this area.
Scan right here. Hey, be quiet.
So folks, this is around a large ship.
One of the cruise ships.
A fairly good-sized wake. So I'd like to caution everyone to hold on as we go over his wake. I don't want to fling anybody over the side or cross.
A whole school of sea otters floating on their back.
There they are, the otters on the left-hand side of the boat, all grouped up. A group of otters is called a raft. Part of the boat, coming down the hill there, it's called Cascade. Once back to the right of that, riding that black stripe there. You notice that black. Moves directly to the right. We have a sea otter with a baby on its belly, swimming on its back. About 2 o'clock position.
Nice block. My big head gets into my way hollow.
Are those seals or sea otters?
That this way, this bit.
The seals come here and have the babies. That's where the killer whales can see.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
If I blow that whistle up in here, then all the seals and otters take off.
Yeah.
Pretty happy. Pretty colorful.
It's really cold.
It's cold in here. Oh wait, I have to go to the restroom. You want me to get one right here too, Sydney? Yeah. Okay.
This is the Harriman Glacier. It's a mile from one side to the other. That cliff ahead of us is 200 feet high.
Good.
And there's been some calving here just a few minutes ago. Right down around there.
And well, not really.
Of course, I won't fall until I turn the camera off.
Did you see a cow? Oh, God, it's cool. It's like sight. Look,
Just had some fall.
Block
Right
off
in
the
there.
valve. And if I was going to watch for some place to calve, that's where I'd be watching.
Why don't you give out one of these right?
That height shown by the camera is about 75 to 100 feet.
Wherever you see this small
I'm gonna go inside. I'm going inside.
Very massive.
Gotta have a room.
Two little black dots there are black bear feeding.
Is there a bear somewhere?
Another glacier way up in the mountain.
You're not allowed to take any kind of firearms or whatever. So if I never do, I say we're going to be hiking a few miles, whatever.
A rookery.
Please have some ventilation.
Well, folks, we can see the town of Whittier now coming into view.
Whittier.
The town of Whittier here was built by...
Well, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm driving down the road to Hope. I'm going to camp out there. Hope is a very, very small town. It's just right along Turnigan Arm. Ah, what beautiful country.
Well, I've pulled into my campsite and you see a rainbow way up there. Maybe that's a good sign. It's very secluded here. It's right next to Turnigan Arm. That's the water down through the trees. It's about 10:30 at night.
That's Thursday morning and pulling into downtown Hope. It's right on Turnigan Arm.
Well, I'm down near Seward, and I'm driving up to the Exit Glacier. It's the only glacier you can drive up to and walk up and tap it. Way up in the distance. piece of ice that fell off. It seems to be all granular and cracked up. They closed this part of the trail because of falling ice right over there. Looks like some more just fell right in this area. Big pile of dirt here pushed ahead of the glacier. It just plows it ahead. Runoff from the melting ice forms this very pretty lake, about 50 feet down, buried in the rock. Well, it's late Sunday afternoon on the 25th of June. I've moved north of Anchorage, out of Kenai Peninsula up into the Wrangell Mountains. And I've stopped here at this overlook. There's a giant glacier about 5 miles away. It's called the Manitousca Glacier, and they say the ice is 1,000 feet thick. It's hard to get a perspective from this distance. Well, it's Monday morning. I camped out at a campsite just west of Glen Allen on the Glen Highway in the Wrangell Mountains. It's a very nice campsite with a stream running right next to it.
Headed east on the Glen Highway, very beautiful mountains in the distance, about 10 miles outside of Glen Allen, and it's a beautiful day.
Glen Allen is a very small town. This is the post office. And I'm standing in the commercial district, I guess. And down here is the shopping mall.
About 10 miles north of Glen Allen on the Richardson Highway, the beautiful mountains.
Beautiful little pond here on Richardson Highway, right next to the Alaska pipeline.
Well, this is called the Denali Highway. It's 100 miles of dirt road. It cuts through to Cantwell on the Parks Highway over near Mount McKinley.
About 35 miles into the park, I found a good place to camp for the night, right down on the road there. Since this is Heavy grizzly country. I have to carry a shotgun. And the view here is beautiful. The glaciers really show up nicely way over there. They're probably about 50 miles away. I think that's the Alaskan range. It's really a nice place to camp. Taking a long hike there way down the road. That's the van way in the center of the picture. Little white spot. Seems to be rain coming up because there's a rainbow, which I don't know if you can see it on here. Right over the van. Heavy rain down in the valley. Well, the rain has started. Well, it's just about 11 o'clock, and the sun is just about to go down behind the mountains. There's a rainstorm going on right over there, probably 10 miles away. And the rest of the mountains are getting dark. Well, it's Tuesday morning, and I don't know what kind of animal that is outside the van. Seems to be eating roots or something. Yeah, it's a beautiful warm morning. It must be about 70 degrees. The mountains look beautiful. The inside of the van turned out pretty well. I put in, after I cleaned it out, I put in wall-to-wall gold carpeting and hung some curtains for blackout so I can sleep at night. Then for traveling, the air mattress just ties to the top and leaves plenty of storage room in the back for the table and the stove and the sleeping bag and everything else. Plastic containers on the side have all the food in them. Seem to have a cow elk, or rather moose. It's about 50 miles into the road, which is getting rougher. Well, it's Wednesday morning, sort of overcast and drizzly, and I'm in Talkeetna, about 60 miles north of Anchorage, and by the river, and we're about to go salmon fishing in one of these two boats, probably the rear one here. That's Pat, our guide. has a fish on his line, he thinks.
Ready? Is it big? Yeah, he's pretty big. You're gonna cut him on the boat. You need to go walk over there.
There's another one out there.
Okay, I'll keep it. He's pretty nice. Okay, I'll keep it.
Nice one. Why?
漫画だな、これも初めてだよ。1頭目というのも。
What's that for?
Yes.
火がつくん。
Okay. Yeah. Doing it. Woo! See that, Daryl? Quick as a whip. Really had it on. Keep your pole up. You don't give him that pole.
Should be filming it with a camera.
Yes. Hi, Mom.
Hey!
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a fighter. See, he made 2 runs up.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought he lost it.
Gotta keep that line tight all the time. I don't know if it's snagged or not. It almost feels snagged.
Got a match, Bill?
I don't know whether I have to focus on this one or it's an autofocus, I hope.
Yeah, I think it is.